So we have here is the Smart Elevator Tech Retracta Ladder, and what it is it's a ladder that actually folds up against the wall and retracts down from the wall. It's a 7-inch dimension from the center of the rung of the wall when it's employed, and then it collapses up to within 2 3/4 of an inch when you raise it. So now it's 2 3/4 of an inch away from the wall, which is good for clearances on elevators that are very tight. A lot of the older elevators had only 5 inches of clearance between the wall and the moving car, and a traditional ladder, even with a 4.5-inch center rung, is too far out, and the clearance is not enough. So this solves that problem. Plus, those who want to comply with the 2004 code, which does stipulate 7 inches, can do so even with a normal elevator with only 8-inch running clearance. How do you get 7-inch to the center of the rung when you only have 8 inches of clearance? It doesn't work. So that's why I designed this. Now, in order for that to be legal, you have to have a micro switch here, which makes up, it's a normally open, normally closed snap micro switch. And it comes also in NEMA 4 for installations where the hoistway is sprinkled. It has a gas spring here, a gas strut. This is a 40-pound pusher. This pushes 40 pounds on it. The whole ladder suspended portion weighs about 47 to 48 pounds. So the effort to raise and lower it is about 7 to 10 pounds. And I also designed this to be completely ambidextrous, so you can remove the switch from this side, put it on this side, because depending on how you want to pipe the job. And that can all be done in the field. Same thing with the locking mechanism. The code says, the 2007 code says that you have to have a way of locking in both the up and down position. And this pin drops into the hole here, so it cannot come down. And then when you lower it down, the pin drops back in, so you can't raise it up. And the same 3 holes here are over here. One of them is a stud that's welded into this pivot bar, and just remove this bolt, this nut, put it on the other side. It's easy as that. This is designed to be mounted on the wall. Often the walls are made of drywall. You may have an inch core board or 2 layers of 5/8 drywall. So a 1/2-inch bolt isn't convenient, so you can use 2 1/4-inch toggles. Or you can put wood blocking behind there if you get ahead of the game and have some solid wood there. There's not a lot of load on here that keeps it from going down. It also helps when you step in and gives it just a little more strength and rigidity. It's designed also with the splice plate, and so it comes disassembled. You have to mount these 4 bolts. The reason for that is when you break the length in half, it costs half as much to ship. So it's real convenient that way. Also packing, creating all that is so much easier. And it's painted OSHA yellow, which is I think a clever idea. I've never seen anybody else do that in a pit ladder. It stands out, it's brighter, it's easier to see in a darkened hoistway. Much preferable, in my opinion, to black. Plus it's powder coat painted so that you don't have to worry so much about rust. Big key element, which is also in the 2007 A17.1 code, is that the ladder rungs have to be non-slip. Current code doesn't require that. And these are our special traction tread, patent pended. You can buy those non-slip. Extremely strong. Each one of these is good for 500 pounds on a 2-foot section. This is only 16-inch, which is required by code. And that's a factor of safety of 4 on top of that. So you can probably put 1,000 pounds on there. The ladder terminates onto the floor, which is also very strong. You're not counting upon the wall brackets or anything else. So all the load is on the floor. You want to climb up it and see how you feel?
Can't go above 6 feet now.
Yeah, right. That's
Especially on tape.
Well, this is a 4-foot ladder, so you're okay. Yeah, it depends on where you measure, but it's on there pretty solid. Yeah, it really is pretty rigid, and that's really key too. Is I want it to be very strong. This is solid steel. These are 5/16 by 2 bar stock. And yet you do have that sense of strength, which is really key to it. I have a new design coming up. I think we're going to change this micro switch a little bit, but effectively it's as it is. I also added this rung on the top, which makes it straight laterally. That way you don't have this moving independently. You can actually hang on to it too, which is nice. And it's on sale now for $795.
On sale now. What's the height you can go, the vertical height?
As far as I want. The deepest pit per coat is 14'6", and that is if you don't have a floor at that landing. It's just truly a pit. Otherwise, you're limited to 12 feet. And I can upscale this as far as I want. I could add the struts on both sides. These come in 10-pound increments and go all the way up to 100, I think. So it's not a problem with ramping it up. Yeah, this is a 4-footer, and I start off with a 3-foot because 2'11" is, you know, 2'11" and more. So 3-foot comes in 1-foot increments. So if you had a 5'6" pit, then you'd have a 6-foot ladder, so that you're 6 inches over. You can't be under, but you can be over. And this is always 48 inches from here to the top. That's code as well.
Very nice.
Very good. Well, thank you for sharing this demonstration here with us today.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. So you can place your order there in the front desk.
Yeah. Get the credit card back out.
Yeah, right.